Viewers and listeners, man, thank you guys for joining us. We're on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, everywhere you can get a podcast now. This is Attention to Detail. We got Jew, we got IT, it's your boy Cam, but today we got a very, very, very special guest, man. He's an actor, dancer, online creator. He got over 7 million likes on TikTok. Yes, damn it, I said 7 million. He's got 7 million. Hey, you can see him on Prize Picks commercials. He also has a new movie coming out called Cotton Candy Bubble Gum, where he's the lead of the movie. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Nick Darnell.
That's fire.
Yo, what's
Yeah, welcome to the Detail Den. Hey, viewers, if y'all still standing up for the standing ovation for this kid, give him some more. But sit y'all asses down. It's time to go.
Let me do something real quick.
Yeah, most definitely. Give him a little all the
You
love.
gotta use the round of applause for real.
But
round of applause for y'all, man?
Yeah.
yes, man. Thank you so much,
Appreciate
man.
you
Hey,
showing up, man.
so this is episode 21. Any new viewers, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the video, man. We trying to grow and go to the moon. Nick, bro, first things first, like for people who don't know who you are, what's your social media handles? Like, let's let them know to follow you, bro.
Surely, I just changed it after like 5 times. But
Oh shit.
it's finally my name.
Yeah, fire, bro.
The Nick Darnell. Find me on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, that's really what I use. So don't go on
Fire.
X.
Nice. Pretty simple, straightforward.
Hey, I'm trying to be like you, bro. I'm letting X go. It's too toxic over there. It's terrible over there.
And I ain't even started on X. I really need to revamp that
It's
YouTube.
like-
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Stay away.
X is like
Stay away.
toxic, bro. It's like toxic.
Yeah.
Ever since Elon took over, bro, it's become a bad app. Like I used to have, it's still kind of fun, but now it's literally just like a lot of negativity, a lot of spam, a lot of freeloading, unblocked,
I
uncensored
would say
porn.
use it as far as like content, put your content out there and stuff like that. But as far as like
Leave.
wanting to scroll on that, just get
Post and
out of
go.
it. Or is
I
not
always
use it.
I'm like, am I losing an audience on X? I'm like,
Well,
I feel like
for content, you do want people to see your stuff, so I think you should post on there. But like, other than sports, I really don't like to use it. Maybe movie updates and stuff like that, but sports and
Yeah,
stuff like that,
facts.
I don't like scrolling really.
I used to think the same thing where I think X was needed, where at the time it was Twitter, right? I was like, let me just get on every platform, get as many followers as I can. But honestly, bro, I don't see a lot of my favorite actors tweeting.
Nah.
I don't. It's
Yeah,
Instagram,
and
TikTok,
now.
and YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
But nowadays
Absolutely.
they repost their tweets on
They just
Instagram.
repost stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fact. That's a fact. So yeah, man, let's get started with you, man. I know that you are from Tennessee, right? Jackson, is that correct?
Yeah, like right between Memphis and Nashville.
Oh man, so you from Jackson. So I have a question for you, man. How is your home and your upbringing like has inspired the person that you are, the trajectory you're going on?
And bro, I feel like a lot of kids, I was glued to the TV screen.
Mm.
So I was any cartoon. I think I was like sharing each channel love. Disney, Cartoon Network, and Nickelodeon. And I think a lot of that just wanted me and inspired me to want to like imitate that on the screen. And in Tennessee, like we didn't have no film or TV opportunities, so it was like just theater. So when I did theater in high school and college, I think that's really what I was able to do because it was like available, but it was like it gave me like the fix, but
Yep.
I had to leave to do what I wanted to do, which is film and TV.
Hey, that's funny because like theater was kind of like how I got my itch too, like in high school. Because my last year of high school, my counselor was like, did y'all have Mr. Rivas, IT and you? Did y'all have Mr.
I didn't have
Rivas?
Mr. Rivas, but I knew like
So he told me, he was like, hey man, we're running out of classes for you, so you got to do like an elective. You got to do music or theater. I say, all right, I'll do theater. Then we fuck around and wrote a full play for an assignment. And from then I'm like,
I didn't have that class.
Let's go. Bro, everybody was in there.
Was Ava in it? I know Ava.
Ava was there. I think Kaylin was there. It was a fun class. But I got to get back on stage because all the greats say stages where you become great. Like that's just a fact, right? Another thing about you, bro. Why acting? Because I mean, aside from what you just said, right? And when did TikTok become a major player, like where it is? Because you're like fucking global on TikTok now.
Bro, believe it or not, like TikTok was such a late blooming thing.
Yeah.
So, like way before that, like I knew I wanted to be performing, rather be on stage or on a screen. Like I just felt like it was my destiny anyway. Like I was born to do it. A lot of my aunts and cousins, they always be like, Nick, do something, entertain us, make something, and I'm like, all right, locking in, let's do it. What is the best impression I can do? And I think moved to LA. Like I just had friends that'd be like, yo, you need to start making TikToks, and I didn't even want to know trends. I think I started off making like a dancing account, and I went by like Nick the Dancer. I was like, it's going down. I'm finna start.
I remember that name.
Being the next Breeze, but I was like, no.
Yeah.
I wanted to do like more comedic skits and be known as an actor, so I just changed it, and I really didn't. I ain't follow no hashtag trends or none.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. Did you start off where you started with trend stuff, or did you went into it like doing your own thing?
But the dancing heavy, like I think like a lot of people, I joined TikTok 2020 during the pandemic.
Yeah, that's when it was completely different than what it is now.
But for dancing, I was doing all the trends, but for like my own content, I really just wanted to use. I just started off just intrusive thoughts, like whatever like came to my head, and then I was like, all right, I'm just create my own hashtag and then just mimic the stuff that I like watching growing up.
And did you see like your growth from when you started doing your own thing, or was it early on when you was following the trends and everything like that, and then that made you feel comfortable like, okay, I can put out my own, I already got the eyes, let me see if they feeling this?
And it was, I want to say 2021 is when I created a new account. Like 2020, I had the same one, and then I basically started a whole new page with my acting stuff, and then that is what blew up, and I got 200K in 1 year. Then I was like, all right,
that's fire. That's a flag.
And now the man is at 635,000 people.
And
Come on, man.
And I seen Cam say that your favorite actors is Jim Carrey and Chris Tucker. Because I was watching a TikTok, and I swear, I'm like, bro, he reminds me of Chris Tucker. Like, I checked out the bubble gum. What's it? Cotton candy bubble gum. Yeah. I seen when the person who casted you when he was talking about it and everything, and I just seen like clips of you, and I'm like, bro, why does he remind me of Chris Tucker?
He got it.
I can see the influence.
I feel like naturally, I think I can just imitate his voice tonality the best. And growing up, it was just so easy to mimic that because he just seemed like a crazy cousin. Like Chris Tucker just seemed like. But I think the Jim Carrey route, like that's truly, if anything, I try to like autocorrect. I'm like, all right, that is really the route I want to go. I want to go big like that. But Chris,
like you want to be like a major character actor because Jim is the best at characters.
That's what I'm saying.
Just kind of like stopped, and it was just like, all right, he just kind of like a legacy act now, but still in its own way.
Yeah,
facts. Because I'm gonna tell you, because we're close to the same age. What you like, 26, 27 in that area?
27.
Yeah, see, we're all this. Bro, Chris Tucker was like the first superstar for all of us almost. Because when we were born, it was Friday, it was Rush Hour, and then you sprinkled in what Will Smith was doing at the time. Those were our first, and then Jim Carrey was doing The Mask and The Grinch. Like those were our first superstars, so I could definitely relate, bro. Because growing up, I got into a lot of trouble doing Chris Tucker. Like as a child, like little kid, not knowing. Chris Tucker is how I found my love for Michael Jackson. Not Michael Jackson, Chris Tucker. Because he did the dance on Rush Hour 2. The Stop Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. That's what I was doing. I thought that was Chris Tucker's song.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
most definitely. Y'all got anything for him?
Nah, but I was gonna ask about the we was talking about Jim Carrey and the characters thing. So are you like that in real life? Like just everywhere you go, do you act the way you act on TikTok, or is that like when you get into that mode, you just create that character? And it's because I want to know like the code. I guess it's like code switching basically. Like how do you go about that?
Man, I think my dad really gave me the like dopest advice growing up. He just was like, man, you gotta learn how to flip the script because it would be times I didn't know how to turn it off. Like I go up to girls, I'm like, my name's the Nickster. What's your name? I'm like, it wouldn't land nowhere. I'd be like, what's your favorite superhero? Yeah, it wasn't. No riz. But I think it just depends on like, I never really get nervous around nobody. especially if I'm meeting them for the first time, and if I'm in a really good creative space, I'll just probably be that person on TikTok. But I definitely know how to just
So do you feel like when you turn, so the real you is the TikTok you, that's you.
Nah.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to see. Like you saying, I'm like, is this the mask right here?
Yeah, this is really the
it's
real
just
me.
to calm you and then but like
it's like the me before the coffee. Like I'm like, I can do this without caffeine. Like this is me.
Facts.
Okay.
What can you tell us about your movie, man? Cotton Candy Bubblegum.
Bro, Cotton Candy Bubblegum, man. Think about a new modern classic. Like I know one of them days just hit the town, but we ain't done.
Yeah.
We got another one. And
Facts.
it really is a journey about, I feel like, coming to dealing with anxiety and peer pressure and just really like that perfect coming of age story for like the modern times in a way. And it's a lot of concepts. It's a lot of fun, bro. A lot of wacky shit. A lot of stuff that I think can really trend and be like quotable in a way if it gets in the right hands.
That's how you make a classic. Make quotables for show. Yes.
And I really was able to unleash a lot of myself. I think I was even looking at I forgot homeboy name. I think it's Joshua Neal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he's on one of them days.
Yeah, he reminded me a lot of myself because I was like, all right, he was on TikTok, he was doing his own thing, creating his own content, and he was like plucked into this movie in a way. I felt like similarly, if anybody who watched my content before this film, they'll be like, all right, I see this looks like a first film for him. Like making content to doing this, even though like acting was always like the forefront. But,
right.
Showcase all that.
So do you think?
So here,
go ahead. So do you think because I was just talking to Cam, like my favorite era of movies and black culture was like the 90s going into 2000. You think it's kind of resemblance of that? Like it's bringing back those type of movies like the Fridays, the Boys in the Hood days. Like you think it's?
I feel like, dang, bro, I hope I don't get in trouble, man. But I don't really bang with those.
What?
I'm like,
what?
We're clipping that.
Are you serious?
Bro, of course Friday is dope. Like my core like favorite. I think put lottery ticket up there, right?
Okay,
it's like,
hey, you know what? Hey, that's cool with me. We love lottery tickets.
That's valid. That's valid. That's the 2000s though. That's like a
lottery ticket. Lottery ticket is like if Friday was 20 years later. And one of them days is like if both of those movies was 15 years later. Like they're versions of each other. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I love lottery tickets.
That's like the what? ATL days,
I think
days, shit like
that's where I live. That's actually what kind of fits the best with just modern technology.
Okay.
I like that.
So I have a little nugget about that movie, man. So I auditioned for the part you playing, right? And
what?
No, I don't think I told you. We never talked about it. So when I saw who got it, bro, it felt like I got it too. I was so fucking happy for you, bro, because we've all had. It was like shit, two almost 3 years ago or something like that. I auditioned for it, and what's crazy about it is you've seen things that you've auditioned for that you didn't get, and you see who get it, and you be like, him.
I swear.
This ain't one of them cases, bro, because there's a thing that I do now. Ever since Man at the Garden came out, everybody knows it's one of my favorites right now. And like, the repetitive thing of that song is I deserve it all, I deserve it all. So I ask myself every single day, are you doing the things to make you deserve the life you want? Right? That's the question I ask every day to myself and others. And when I look at what you do with your platform and the work you put on, I have no doubt that you are doing what you need to deserve what the fuck you're getting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool. When I did this Netflix thing though, and they put a little skinny, scrawny white boy in I was like, y'all had me talk to the director for an hour for no reason.
Dang, bro.
So I'm excited. I can't wait to see it.
I know that exact feeling, man. I appreciate that.
It looks fire. Can you guys are still trying to get it picked up by the right people, you said?
Yes, we got a sales agent out here on the hunt, and we got some offers, but ain't no telling where it land.
Yeah.
I don't really care now. Like I'll watch that gentleman.
Hey,
I'm looking forward to it, man. From what I've
you
seen
got
on
the
that
footage,
post and everything, it looks good.
Appreciate
bro.
y'all, man.
The trailer looked fire. The poster looks pretty dope. It looks creative. It looks like it's gonna be fun. It looks like, some movies you go into and you kind of like know what you want out of it. With that movie, I feel like you want to have a good time. You're not looking for a documentary. You're looking like, hey, you know what? Let's have some relatable people that might look like my cousin. Then have a good time. So I'm excited for it.
Literally 88 minutes. Hit like gas.
Oh, that's not bad.
Foot to the pedal. What is it? What's the phrase?
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
Pedal, whatever. It's at an 11.
Okay.
Fire.
Don't go in after watching Severance or White Lotus because you're gonna be like, dang, I ain't ready for this full speed. Like you're gonna have to watch like a couple sitcoms to prepare your mind, like how fast it is.
Yeah,
I'm excited,
facts.
man. I'm excited for
Facts. Fellas, did everybody watch Daredevil tonight? They just put out episode 7.
that. Yes, I did.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I watched it.
I need some immediate thoughts on that really quick because I need to see where y'all headspace is at after that episode. I just finished it.
Look, man, I'm gonna start it off because I feel like you guys might be on the positive end. I'm kind of on the I don't know where this shit is going at this point. I feel like the whole Muse thing, bro. What was the purpose at that point? He had 2 episodes. I feel like there was no. It didn't. I feel like he was just in this show to be in the show. Like it wasn't even. He killed 60 people. I didn't even really see the 60 people he killed. The 2 people that were in danger that I actually had a little bit of emotions about. They both were all right. It was fine. He didn't even have his powers that he has in the comic. I didn't read the comic, but I heard about he has powers. There's a reason he's Daredevil's villain because Daredevil can't use his sensory abilities to sense where this dude is in the comics, but he doesn't have any powers in this. I'm like, okay, now he's just a fucking regular dude
who's crazy,
who's just crazy. You feel me? And it just fell flat to me. Like
he's Jeffrey Dahmer in the mask.
Yeah,
it felt like they played it safe with him, like because it seemed like if he was really like this crazy psychopath, like draining people blood, like I kind of wanted to see that craziness a little bit more. Not on like gruesome, like gross level, but I think. Like maybe acting wise, like more for the guy, so we can feel his death and not being like, all right, when is Kingpin gonna show up? Like that's really what it felt like, man. It's like, all right, if he's dead now, this is just setting up Kingpin or inspiring Daredevil.
Yeah, it just feels like it was a waste of time, in my opinion.
Last week we talked about Muse, and you had the same point about saying how you don't like that you think that he's underdeveloped. They just threw him out there, and I was like, maybe they'll develop him and really give him something. Because I'm like, that's usually how Marvel does. They don't leave stones unturned. Well, this stone is unturned.
Right.
But
how you kill him already?
Maybe I missed it.
Oh, go ahead.
You didn't miss it.
Wait, like why did he go after the shorty?
Okay. Basically,
that didn't even make sense.
Yeah, basically in like the first 2 episodes, one of the episodes, he came up to her and asked her to be his therapist, and she agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
We see nothing based on her giving him therapy and all this until this episode, and then he's like, "You've helped inspire me and all this." And I don't know if it's the reshoots that cut it out or whatever, because they did do reshoots and changed up the show, but like that whole shit was left out, and he's saying she was the reason that he was inspired. So I guess his final piece of art was going to be her or some shit. I don't know, her blood. I don't know, but
see, exactly. It seemed like she was like the final cherry to what he was doing, because when the cops pulled up, he said, "No, not yet." As in, this is the final piece from my masterpiece, right? Mm-hmm. And then he mentioned he read all of the books, but it's like you said, it would have been nice to show him go through the journey of getting to this point. I'm reading the books, I'm getting unlocked, because like you said, she unlocked who he was. But it didn't show us. It just told us in a 15-minute scene, which I think was kind of crazy.
His presence was in the show the whole time, but that connection between those 2 characters was like, oh yeah, I guess he do have a vendetta for her now, or I guess she is his muse in a way.
Let's just make it connect, just because, right? So it's funny because I had other things that I wanted to talk about on the episode before they just killed the dude, because I really felt like it was just way too early to kill this guy, because it's like you said,
yeah, that was crazy.
Like you said, man, where does it go now? But what we saw in this one is that Fisk is more mad about Daredevil coming back than he is about Muse killing people.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about me. Like, I get it, you don't like this man, but you over here talking about he's a serial killer, but Daredevil, some 10 years of New York business. Fuck your business, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Then he's trying to gaslight it like he wasn't on some dirt shit. Like, I'm like, bro, you was on some dirty stuff. Like, he stopped you and all this. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, that part was funny.
Like, bro,
Where
he didn't shut down Walmart. He shut down.
Make it seem like he took food off hardworking innocent people's plates.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
He had like I thought Fisk and Daredevil had like at least a mutual like okay, but then the minute like he heard even like a rumor of him coming back, all his attention was like, dang. But I think it would have been more intimidating if we saw just like a freaking. If Fisk was more interested in taking down Muse, and then that showed like a build up instead of. Now it's making me anxious even more to see that Fisk and Daredevil fight because
the Muse face off coming.
You know where I kind of thought they were gonna go with it? When Muse was killed, I thought they were gonna kind of frame Daredevil, and it was gonna go a route where like, okay, we're gonna try to arrest him. We're gonna try to take him to jail, like do whatever. I thought they were gonna try to pin that on him, but instead he had his task force take credit for it, and I guess that's the way.
Motherfucker, bro.
That's kind of his little plan to get the what's it called? What's the name for the vigilantes off the street?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Everybody feels safe without him. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I feel like Fisk is having more. I get kind of where his character is going, but Matt, I just feel like he's just there. I don't really know where they're taking his character. Like,
Do you think that by now Matt shouldn't still be conflicted on if he wants to be Daredevil or not? Because you can see he's still having internal fights about it.
No more.
I mean, kind of because
that moment last pretty much solidified it. He was like, man,
last week was it. Last week was nice.
And then he was talking to Cherry, and he's like, I think his name was Cherry, right? Yeah, Cherry, the cop. He's like,
right.
A year ago you would have been calling me for stuff like this. Now you don't want to, or whatever. It just feels like he's fully back in, and
I think he's back in for that reason. I don't know what else he's gonna do now that Muse is gone. Like, does he still have an eye to the street? Like I mean, not an eye, but you know what I mean.
That was long, bro.
This is like eye to the street is crazy. Actually. You got an ear to the street.
Does he go back to being like a really good lawyer, or is he gonna be like?
Look at like his Daredevil persona is like an addict taking drugs. Like once you back on that, you stuck on it. Like he not about to fall back.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
so. That's a good.
That's a good one.
Speaking of the
I wasn't really in love with the episode. What were you gonna say?
Nah, speaking of the reshoots, I feel like they probably pumped up the violence or maybe like the action. When we started, we had that whole court case with the White Tiger, and it seemed like the show was in that tone. And then I loved him having going with the New York. I mean, going to the cops and like kind of beating them up.
Yeah.
And, like when episode 2 ended, I'm like, bro, this show could be it.
It started off really well,
and it kind of turned into this Muse focus, and I was like, all right, maybe he's still gonna have conflict. Like I almost want him to not put the suit back on for a few more episodes.
That's what I'm saying. I was kind of feeling that.
So do you guys think, since they've changed the storyline about 3 times already, they went from the White Tiger, then they threw us a filler episode with Kamala Khan's dad at the bank and everything. That was It was a good episode, but it was kind of like of the tone of the. That would have been like if they did a movie. That would have been a great scene to condense for a movie. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
powers and stuff. Yeah.
As far as a plot for the show, I feel like we've had 3 different series already. Now I did enjoy the episode tonight up until they killed me. Once they killed Muse, I was like, yeah, we got 3 episodes left. So I was like, what are we gonna do? They should have kept them till about episode 9, and then the finale is the big Fisk and Daredevil face off. Because you know it's coming.
I don't think that's it. I don't know where the show is going. Like that's my. It's just so many different things.
That's
At
real.
first, with the White Tiger dying, I was like, okay, it's gonna go into trying to figure out who did it because these guys got these people who's acting like they're the Punisher, I thought that's where it was gonna kind of go, and you know,
Right, we said that.
yeah. And then Muse, I guess I was trying to see where he would even have a part in this show, and now fucking Fisk is using the cops, and nobody's even bringing up who killed White Tiger. It's just like, bro, where is this show?
I'm assuming y'all have seen like Power and Ghost, right?
Yeah, well, I'm watching that now. That's
He's watching Power. Me and Jew are caught all the way up.
Bro, Ghost, I mean that's one of my favorite shows, but I feel like anytime it switches to Fisk world, that tone reminds me of Ghost.
Bro, I swear to God, I was about to say that. Yes.
And then I'm like, all right, I sense this tone, and I sense like this journey of trying to be like this politician, but also corruption, having a part of the cops on the side, and like still trying to do like dirty work and stuff. And then you got this Daredevil struggle in a way of like him trying to not be Daredevil, but be Daredevil and get vengeance for his friend. Like, and then where the heck happened to Bullseye, bro? Like, he was the best.
He's supposed to still come back in the show, and I just think that's gonna be like, what the fuck? So much shit going on.
Hey,
left field.
Hey, Nick, you'll enjoy this one. Bullseye gonna come back when 2-Bit come back.
Oh my God.
They keep saying he gonna come back, and he never come back.
Right, season 3 was my favorite season of Daredevil, bro. And I think,
bro, that's what I be saying, bro. Because of Bullseye, and that's kind of what I wanted them to do with Muse. I said Moose. Build up his character how they did with Dex. Literally, we saw like how Dex slowly descended with Bullseye, slowly descended into turning into that guy. Like we got to see, like, okay, it made sense why he became that villain. With Muse, it's just like they just made him Muse, and they told us. The therapist helped them see this is what he needed to do and shit like that. I don't know.
They told us right before he died.
Yeah, like
the subplot with like Vanessa too. Like I could care less.
I don't care about it, and I know that was in addition because she's not in any scenes other than with one guy and Fisk. Like it's like,
yeah, that's a fact. Do you guys think? I've been thinking about this since the premiere. Do you guys think they should have done that time jump, or do you think it was necessary to do a time jump? Because me personally, I would have loved to see him sit in his own sorrow and misery for a second of after Foggy dying. Like he's still dealing with it, but it's like, was a 1 year jump necessary?
I think they should have had him sit in that misery,
even if it was just for a second.
Not even. They probably should have did it for the season, and then
the whole season.
Fisk trying to become what he become the mayor. And then probably throwing.
I think that's the only reason why.
Something I don't know.
They pushed it forward so he can become mayor, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that kind of makes sense.
Like why else would they push it forward? Because
I think the main reason they did it is because they did all these reshoots. At first, Foggy and Karen weren't going to be in the show. Vanessa wasn't going to be in the show, and then they seen how everybody was not liking that, so then they tried to stitch it back together and all this and. I don't know. It kind of.
So go ahead, Nick.
I was just gonna say I think it's interesting that he's like dating the therapist shorty because that can introduce like a different. She can interact with different characters that he don't even know about and that she don't even know about, and now her discovering it's Daredevil or not. Like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, she read him in the first 10 minutes, didn't she?
Yeah.
High key. Yeah.
She said you've been pushing down so much trauma that you don't know when it's bubbling it up, and you're going to lose on every good thing you have. I'm like, stop talking to me. I almost turned that shit off, bro. I said no.
I don't know how I couldn't date no therapist, bro.
No.
I said I didn't want to do this, but let me lock in.
She's like, I see you changing this pattern. You don't usually go out to go for walks.
She's going to figure it out.
Like I'm like.
And she saw the bruises on him. She's gonna figure it out.
She already asked, like she said, he knew my name, so I don't know. She's gonna stitch it together. But
I thought he was gonna tell her in the shower, but he was trying to get nasty with it.
he had different focuses.
Oh, me, bro. Yeah,
hey, Nick, who are you playing in Avengers Doomsday? Who are you playing?
Oh, this Miles right here.
I saw your name on the chair, bro. Just tell us who you playing.
I
sat there for 6 hours and I saw your name, bro. Hey, wouldn't that be something?
What a dream, bro! It would be to play,
bro. Man, look, Marvel is the pinnacle, man, of this generation as far as cinema goes, man. You get on Marvel, you are now a household name, no matter who you were before that. So yeah,
It's our
speaking naturally,
generation of Star Wars back in the day.
absolutely, absolutely. You said Endgame was our version of the Empire Strikes Back.
Literally, that's what it is.
That's like really a great call, bro.
Yeah.
I'd never heard nobody say that before. That shit was fire.
Wait, what's your favorite Marvel movie though?
Ooh,
Nah,
no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It might
Endgame
be-
is like one of those movies where like I don't take it off the list because how important it is, but it's not my favorite one.
I like Infinity War more than that, but it's between
like Infinity War.
It's between Civil War or Winter Soldier, I guess.
You one of them
Hey,
Winter
Civil
Soldier.
Winter
He's a
Soldier
Captain.
is fire, bro.
He's a Captain America guy, bro.
No,
What can he say?
I'm a good story, good character guy. Like, and that was a great story, great character. Like it, I like Iron Man 3 too. People don't like it, but I love it.
I love Iron Man 3. I like the human element of Iron Man 3
Yeah.
for sure.
Like I like
Hey,
movies like that.
Civil War, Black Panther.
Civil War, Black Panther.
Yeah,
Black Panther's fire.
all of my favorites are the ones that came out from 2016 to 2018. Civil War, Black Panther, the Guardians they snuck in there, Infinity War. I mean, Infinity War is really hard to beat as an overall movie because it gave you a lot of everything you needed.
Is yours No Way Home? Is that why you got the shirt on?
I go back and forth, man. I'm like, sometimes it's No Way Home, sometimes it's Infinity War, but I think Infinity War really takes it. I'm really thinking about it because my boy's still in there. Like,
I feel like with No Way Home,
Yeah,
bro,
right.
every time I watch it, it gets worse, and I've just stopped
Really?
watching it. Yes.
No.
It's my only thing about it, bro. It just gets worse every time. And like I like the last act, but then before that, it's just like it's hard to watch sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah, it definitely was more of a moment movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In a moment, I was hyping it up like, bro, this might be the best Spider-Man movie. Like we did a review, Cam. Remember that?
We definitely did the review. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
I think like what was the dopest thing about like Infinity War and Endgame, even those were big moment movies. When I rewatched them, I'm still like, no.
Mm-hmm.
When I rewatch it, I just rewatched Infinity War and I'm like, Thanos is bruh.
Bro,
I'm sitting thinking like,
He was dropping quotes, bro, quotes on quotes. Like I'm like, bro,
Thanos had bars.
Bars.
I rewatched Endgame the other day, bro, and it was thinking of the same thing. When I'm watching it, I had it on in the background because I was editing videos, but I'm listening to it. I'm like, damn, bro, this is a callback. That's a callback. This is a callback. It's like everything they did over that 10-year period paid off, which is why as we talk about the Avengers movie coming up, I think the idea that they're trying to push is the fact that the entire universe is a mess. There are no Avengers. We're going to have to force a team together to try to fight for the fate of the universe. Which, if that's the direction they're going in, cool. But if they pull up with a movie that looks like it's fully developed team and chemistry and camaraderie, I'm not going to like it because we haven't seen the build up.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I know. I'm hoping Thunderbolts is cold. I was kind of like,
I've heard good things.
I said Falcon, Captain America, but
Yeah. Wait, you said what about Captain America?
I was just kind of like,
Oh yeah. See, I didn't like it. I didn't really like it either. It was cool. It was all right.
7 out of 10, probably like just because I'm a bias.
That's what I gave it.
Mhm.
I gave it 7 out of 10.
I said like
I think
six.
I think some of the actors hid some of the deficiencies in the movie. Like,
But when I saw that homeboy, and it's nothing against Danny Ramirez, bro, like dude who played Falcon. And I saw his name there though, I'm like, why?
Wait, for the Avengers?
but the
For the
Avengers,
Doomsday,
yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah,
they bring it
Yeah.
That's what I'm like.
Thunderbolt, and like, bro, when I saw like Alan Cumming and like Patrick Stewart, like, all right, bring back the X-Men, give them their like hoorah and everything, like, but
It's like their third final hoorah.
I just watched Patrick Stewart get his neck snapped by Wanda, bro.
Bro.
Oh yeah,
But yeah. Yeah,
you know he need a lot of
Mhm. I think with the Thunderbolts thing is they're in the movie because they're trying to like sell the movie. Like they don't know how they're gonna get people to go watch that. Like Captain America, Red Hulk. That's how we're gonna get people to go see this. Fantastic Four is Fantastic Four. Thunderbolts
Which
like
is so trash to Anthony Mackie, bro. Like you gotta put Harrison Ford and the Red Hulk to sell your tickets,
Bro,
and
that's what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
even on him. That's
it's a
on like
disservice to him. Bro.
Yeah.
One thing
Yeah.
they showed they know how to make. Oh, go ahead, Ju.
No, it's basically a Hulk movie is what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it felt like a 2008 sequel, a sequel to the Hulk. and Mackie was in there, which is like y'all could have given him some development, like they showed his family in the
And
series,
that's what
his
I said.
sister,
I didn't
and
feel like it was his movie, bro. It felt like Harrison Ford's movie. Like he was just
Yeah.
there. He was best supporting actor. Like
Harrison had more story.
yeah.
The daughter,
Definitely.
they tried to
Way
kill
better
him.
art.
The villain was out to get him. Even Captain America was kind of out to get him at first. Like all of it was kind of Harrison Ford's story. You said what?
Villain was not good at all, bro.
Boring.
With the
And he looked stupid.
So stupid.
He was in the makeup chair for 5 minutes.
Like they can do all that with the scrolls, and then they had him looking like bomb.
They made the scrolls look good. Scrolls look good. Yeah,
Oh,
they just made him look like he had green tumors.
Yeah, bro. Like what the fuck, dude?
Really like a missed opportunity, bro. Like Marvel did the scrolls so
That's
wrong,
what
bro.
I was. That should have been Captain America's movie.
What did
bro.
we say?
That
Oh,
should have been
no.
Captain America's movie, bro.
Yes,
Bruh,
yes,
I think
yes.
Have them
We-
infiltrate the government and have the scrolls, like, bro, miss opportunity.
That's why you want it too, because you got everybody thinking like, is that a scroll? Is he a scroll? And like you can make
Dude.
cameos. Like they would.
Bro.
They would
You saw what movie was that?
Chris Evans as a scroll.
Ooh.
Something, bro, something.
Hey, this is why I tell your ass to start writing. I'm telling you, I be telling him all the time, you need to write, bro. We need to write a movie, bro. Because what movie? There was a movie that came out like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and it was like about like aliens and stuff. And at the football games, they had like the characters sitting in the crowd and stuff, like dummies of them. It was John David Washington was in it. It was the founder, I think it was called.
The creator.
The creator, yes. They put the characters, like y'all could have put scrolls at a Laker game in Staples Center, like just to they could have made that much bigger, because I feel like introducing the scrolls in Captain Marvel was a huge movie, a huge success. They could have put it back on a bigger scale because people were looking for where the scrolls are going to be at. You know what I'm saying? But
And that's one of my hot takes. Like I liked the first Captain Marvel movie. The second one was
it's much
not
better
even-
than the first. Second
They
one,
made it like a mini Avengers. They love these mini Avenger
that's
movies.
the
That's
problem.
what they keep trying to go bigger and bigger each movie. You don't need to make Ant-Man fight Kang. You don't need to do it's just so much shit. I'm like, bro, do what you did the first time. It worked. Just make regular movies and earn Endgame again. Earn Infinity War again. They just trying to make every movie big.
Dang, Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
No, y'all talked about it, bro.
Yeah, we talked
Wait, you
about
said
it
what?
before.
Dang,
Oh,
have y'all talked about
Yes,
Jonathan Majors?
yes. We talked about Jonathan a lot because
We
as a
just
performer,
talked
man.
about it.
Hey, we talked about what magazine dreams last week, and
Right.
it's like people can say what they want, but
They
that
did
brother
him
can
dirty.
act.
They did him dirty too.
Even in the Ant-Man movie, right? In a
You
movie
should've
that
won.
was not great, he was incredible in Ant-Man. Jonathan Majors has been great in
He's the only
everything that he's
reason
ever
I
been
would
in.
ever watch that again.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
He was great. Yeah, he's great in Creed. He's
you know
great
what's
in
crazy?
Lovecraft.
They be doing a lot of black actors dirty. Don Cheadle's Armor Wars. I don't think that's ever come
Gone.
out. And let's talk about Blade.
Blade, gone.
Yeah, they was wrong.
Hey,
They
y'all
wasted
know-
Mahershala's best years,
Bro.
bro. What are you doing?
Fresh
They
off
really-
2 Oscars, we said, hey, we gonna sit your ass in the corner. You gonna wait for this movie to get made, and it never gets made. Wesley Snipes is celebrating.
Bruh.
There's only gonna be one
Yeah.
Blade.
He got
Wesley
to play Blade more recently than him.
That's what I'm saying. And I think he might be in the Secret Wars, and it's gonna be sick. Like, damn, y'all couldn't even get Mahershala a movie
No, they
before
gonna-
this.
They gonna give Wesley the movie.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna literally
Nobody
do
wants
that. They're gonna bring everybody back in Secret Wars, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I saw the rumor that Blade is silently canceled because they said Armor Wars was silently canceled before they actually canceled it. So I'm pretty sure this is on the way.
I think they're just on.
I just-
was a great secondary character. I was not excited for Armor Wars. Like, who was excited for Armor Wars? Like,
I wasn't
come on.
either.
I didn't know if they were going to do a movie or a series. They kept changing it,
I feel
and I think Rhodey as a character just isn't great enough to carry. Don Cheadle is a good carrier, but the character,
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
Mhm.
Just
I
because
would've
Rhodey's,
been to see a good show about it.
Yeah.
it depends on what they put with it.
Like, it would have to been deep though. Like, really show me Rhodey. You feel me?
Yeah, Armor Wars, give me Rhodey, bring Pepper back, put Riri in the series. Like you would have to give him like a Armor family
I don't
to
know.
make it work because now you're going to give Riri her own show.
Iron Man hater rating.
No, I like Iron Man. I'm talking about Rhodey. I don't know about Rhodey. Like I don't know if I would have been itching to watch Armor Wars personally.
Hey, how about this, bro? Put Rhodey as put Don Cheadle as Rhodey, and the villain is Terrence Howard.
Oh snap!
Do a multiverse movie.
You took what was mine, man. You took everything from me, man.
You took my
I don't
role,
even
man.
know who you are. What Thanos said? Hey. So they did announce 2 Spider-Man movies coming out within the next 24 months.
Yeah.
IT, you said 27. That was you that said 27 seems like a long time, right?
2027. But
Yeah,
I understood why. But it's like, damn.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's like, damn.
Hey,
I
we'll be
get it,
pushing
Tom
30.
Holland,
I'm fly though.
Huh?
I'm fly.
time flies. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It'll fly by.
I do
But that's for Spider-Verse 27, right?
Yeah.
Because Holland comes out next year.
Holland's next year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what are you gonna say? You said something about Tom Holland?
I was just saying, like, I feel like, does the fans deserve Spider-Verse before Tom Holland's movie? But if they plan on putting Spider-Verse after Holland's movie, it kind of makes us think, like, okay, now they saving that for the Miles reveal for the MCU.
Probably that makes sense.
That's very possible.
What you think you be in Secret Wars? Secret
That's
Wars is
after,
20, yeah.
yeah, that's a Secret Wars
So
year.
that does
20
make sense, bro. Damn.
Secret Wars, did they put an official date on that? I know it's 2027.
2027. They haven't gave the exact date, but it
Because-
comes after Spider-Verse. That'll be.
Because Nick, one thing that we've discussed over like how long since the last Spider-Verse came out? Last year? Since last year we talked about how it was a year before that?
It's like 2-3 years ago.
It's been 2 years already?
It's like 3 years.
No, there's no way it's 2. There's no way it's 3 years.
2018. It took 2023. It came out 2023.
Okay,
There's a
damn.
5-year gap between.
Okay,
that
you know,
and the first one.
you're right, because we already missed the release date that they gave us at first.
Yeah.
So the point is, we felt like they mismanaged giving them a 1 year release date, and they hadn't even worked on the damn movie yet.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like I think they recorded some lines, but they didn't do any post. They didn't finish writing.
Anything.
It's like something happened, man. So I'm happy that they're giving a movie like that time because you can't rush on a movie that has that much post production. That movie is 90% post production. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Amazing. Like across.
Oh, the images look good. Yes.
Who's your favorite? I don't think I know your favorite character. Like, it's to me, I'm like, when I see the chairs and I didn't see Tom Holland, I'm like, how are they gonna do a movie without Spider-Man?
I have a reason. I have a
He has a theory.
for that.
Nick, he has a theory.
I have
IT has a theory.
But
Go for it,
should I
bro.
say my theory and then we talk about favorite characters or whatever? So I kind of think this is what I want, and I feel like people don't want that. I think Spider-Man 4 and Doomsday are gonna be happening like around the same time. So I don't know if he's gonna really be in the movie with Doomsday. I feel like they're gonna explain it away, like why he wasn't in there because he was in Spider-Man 4, and I think Spider-Man 4 is gonna be basically his movie, whatever, grounding movie, and he'll get the black suit or whatever, and then it'll go into Secret Wars and he's there. I think that's kind of where they're going, but I don't know because people will be mad if he's not in the Avengers movie.
That sounds like how Ant-Man was missed Infinity War because he was going on with his stuff at the same time, and then he got
ended up
trapped.
being a big part of what saved everybody. So
Exactly, that's actually a good call. They could repeat that.
And I would want that because I don't want a Spider-Man movie on Battle World. Like I really don't. I really don't, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I feel like they would
Spider-Man
want to
4.
wait to reveal Battle World. Like, you know, why would you reveal it right
educate me
after?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Educate. I've seen I feel like we all follow the same YouTubers,
Mm-hmm.
but
Pretty
I
much.
don't have that much comic knowledge.
Yeah.
What is Battle World?
IT knows more than I do.
It's like Doctor
Is it
Doom.
Latveria or some shit?
Yeah, no. It's like Doctor Doom kind of say because it was like an incursion. Incursion is like when universes are colliding and they're going to like destroy each other. So Doom creates another world and saves both of them by making like one big world. And I guess like everybody is fighting for survival, and then from there they're fighting for like they stopping Doom, I guess, and then getting their world back or something like that. That's along the lines of it. But it's stopping the worlds from completely destroying each other. Doom's giving everybody a chance to survive, and it's a whole nother world. And I really don't know too much about Battle World because I don't read the comics either. But I know that's like the gist of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like this whole different aesthetic. Like it looks different. It's,
Well, with that being said, I do want Spider-Man to take place in New York.
Yeah.
Because they already gave Holland one movie that was not in New York, and I didn't hate Far From Home, but I understand why people don't like the fact that it's not in New York. That's an issue for me. Spider-Man should be in New York. You know what I'm saying? It should be. And then they gonna take another Spider-Man movie, the one where he's supposed to have his coming of age movie of like, I'm soul searching because my whole world has been lost. They need to keep him in his pocket and let him develop himself before sending him off to the fucking outer space.
Yeah.
But I think also, like, and I'm not too hip, I don't know the whole contract and stuff, but the Sony stuff puts me off, bro. Like,
y'all brought that up last week too.
They are so stingy with him, and they're like, all right, yeah, maybe they want to reveal the Miles, or they want to keep Holland. They probably want to keep all the Spider-Man IP, but if he can only appear in one of the Avengers movies, I can see it being Secret Wars.
That's possible.
Drew was saying he thinks it's like a contract thing about it.
Yep.
They can't market him or something. I don't know what.
Him as like a star of the movie or something.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole Sony aspect is just weird.
I did read something about why Sony was rushing all those villain movies. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard the reason why Sony was rushing all those villain movies is because once they used the IP of the character in the movie, Marvel cannot use them without Sony's permission.
That's so stupid.
So the reason they kind of rushed all those movies was to have control over the characters. Because like y'all can't touch Venom until we tell you can touch Venom if we're done with it. Because we don't want two different Venoms running around, and you can't use our Venom. And like the fact they have to get permission to use Tom Holland, the same way Marvel had to get permission from Warner's to use the Hulk. It's like that.
That's just so stupid.
So yeah, bro.
I thought like before they had made. I think Holland had like a longer contract. Now they're doing contracts movie by movie.
Is that
so
what
bro,
they're doing?
It's not even confirmed. Spider-Man 5 and 6.
Yeah.
That might be a Holland decision though, because I think part of him is like, I'm over this political shit. Like, because also once you become as important as Tom Holland is to Marvel, they're gonna fight to keep you on contract, and that's what Downey did. Once Downey completed his 3-movie deal, was it 3-movie or 5-movie? Every movie after Iron Man 3 was a 1-by-1 contract. That's how he was able to negotiate more money than
everybody. Smart about it too, because he's getting script control too. Like, if I'm not signing off on the script, we're not doing this movie. You know, so that's
what Martin is coaching him.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
but that's also you said about the script control. That was Mahershala's issue. Mahershala was looking at that Blade script and was like, "Hey, bro, I'm not doing this." And I heard some rumors. Hey, I heard some rumors about some of the directions they wanted to give him. Like, one was they wanted to have like a female-driven movie that was like the supporting characters was as big as him. And I think he's like, "Well, this is Blade. This isn't G-Force." Or there was another rumor that they said they wanted Blade to have a gay element to it. And it's like, why do we got to make Blade gay? It's Blade. So if either of those are true, I can understand why. Because I don't know if it was one of y'all or somebody else that said, well, he did Moonlight. Moonlight was a story about that.
Yeah.
Blade is Blade. Yeah. Blade is leather coats and swords killing vampires.
It should not be that hard to make a Blade movie, bro.
Bro. It shouldn't be hard. They already proved that they can make rated R and make money with the Deadpool and Wolverine. Even though they did a lot of fan service in that movie, but it was still rated R. That was their first fear, that like we can't curse and have blood in the movie and sell. Well, DC has already proven that they can make money with that too, because they did the Suicide Squad
too when they did Logan. You could do it, bro.
With Logan and the other Blade movies.
Exactly. They just be trying to act like they can't, bro.
Like, I really hope the Thunderbolts is like Marvel's Suicide Squad, where they just take the paws off and they just
facts
and do what they want.
Let the bad guys be bad guys.
I have a little bit of excitement for it. Like, I'm not trying to get my hopes up, but I really feel like that would be good.
I'm more excited now than I was a few months ago. Like, the most recent footage I've been seeing, it looks like it could have some potential. I still don't like
they still not showing a lot.
They're not showing too much.
I don't want them to show too much. Don't spoil me.
Yes.
Like, when we watched Captain America, right?
Everything was in that trailer.
We knew Isaiah was going to jump out the window in the White House. We knew when the Red Hulk scene was coming. We knew it was a couple things we didn't know, but like it was kind of predictable. With the Thunderbolts, I barely even know who the damn villain is. So it's like, or the reason of the villain. So it's like, cool, bro. Just let me just sit there. Bro. I hope this is what I hope, bro. They say he's crazy. I hope like how Thanos lived up to the I'm crazy, right? But Gore in the Thor movie didn't. They called him the God Butcher. I saw him kill one. I saw him kill one god.
Yeah,
if you're the God Butcher, I want to see you.
Marvel has broken my heart of so many movies, bro.
Recently,
movie, I was so sick. I hate that movie.
Marvel has probably hit on my expectations about maybe 3 or 4 times since Endgame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like No Way Home gave me what I wanted. Guardians 3 gave me what I wanted. Deadpool, Wolverine, and Black Panther. Those are the. You said what? Oh, Shang-Chi, bro. You know what the problem is, bro? They kicked that nigga to the curb, bro. So I'm like, where's
why have we not got another Shang-Chi movie?
He's coming back for Avengers, bro. He's coming back.
What year did Shang-Chi come out?
Bro, that shit came out right after Endgame. I think a year after or 2 years.
It was like 19 or 20.
2019 or some shit, bro. 2020.
At the latest, 21. I don't think it was that late.
I think it was like 2020 for sure.
I think that's also the issue with Marvel.
It had to be after COVID or before.
I think
it was before Eternals.
Yeah.
But it was definitely before.
It's been at least 5 years.
Why have we not got another movie? And that director.
That was the other thing.
That director is directing Spider-Man, so I like that.
That's where that name came from.
Yeah.
I knew I saw his name before.
Yeah.
Ooh, what y'all think about John Watts leaving? Y'all cool with John Watts being out? Y'all cool with John Watts being gone? Just over it. Bye, John. Bye,
Get
John.
out of here, bro.
I think he conquered
Too cartoony is what he was doing.
He conquered the tone of like Spider Teens, Iron Man Juniors, but like No Way Home, that was like home run. Like go ahead, leave, bro. You good? Like now we need Spider.
It's time to leave. Yeah,
like Holland deserves.
It's Spider Boy, now it's Spider Man.
Holland deserves.
We need a man to take over. So
we've been saying we want like a darker tone for his next movie.
Yeah, and I think everybody wants a good swinging scene. Everybody be shitting on John Watts' directing with those. I don't know.
Even the only thing I didn't like about No Way Home was the last CGI. I mean, everything is CGI, but like the last felt so animated.
Why did y'all have to animate the suit? Cam was talking about this. Why did y'all have to like add CGI over this suit? It didn't need that.
Like I know Holland didn't do no stunts for that ending. They were like computer and I know Toby did. The first Spider-Man film, like that was not Toby at all. I know, but it still just hit.
It felt like it. Yeah.
Isn't it a shame that Toby's movies had realistic like scenes and the suit was real? And then when you look at these new ones, like Homecoming had the best version of all the Holland suits as far as, but even that was CGI. Yeah. And the regular suit that wasn't CGI that he was wearing looked good enough for the movie, but they said, no, let's just paint it. Let's just paint it.
Did a lot more. I feel like he did a lot more in the suit in Homecoming and in the Avengers.
Oh, facts.
Than he did in the other ones.
Yeah. Facts. And that's my worry.
Combat, like
that's my worry for the next few Spider-Man movies too, in the Avengers, because y'all know he's doing Odyssey right now.
Yeah,
he's busy, and they're filming Avengers right now.
Odyssey, he's gonna do Spider-Man.
When are they filming Spider-Man?
Busier than Pedro Pascal, right?
Bro, Pedro is my dog, bro. Pedro is killing it, bro.
Nobody busier than him, bro.
TV, and he got a movie coming out this weekend.
Season 2 coming too.
I'm so ready for it, bro.
Yeah, I'm halfway through season 1. I gotta finish season 1 because my dog Jeffrey Wright pulling up, so I gotta see what my dog Jeffrey Wright doing, man.
That shit gonna be crazy, bro.
I love Jeffrey Wright, bro.
That shit gonna be crazy.
I gotta rewatch Last of Us before it dropped.
Once again, they make you wait. Marvel and HBO, they're like this when it comes to making you wait, bro. The White Lotus is on right now, and the White Lotus, the last season of that was 2022, I think. Like, bro, why do we wait so long for sequels in the series? And I know it's so much stuff to make now, but the reason why early Marvel was better is because you had consistent drops of like your characters getting re-ups. Just
give me
years. Right? Comes from
Hey, no, you're right. But the thing I think they're trying to do, I think Marvel specifically has tried to unpack too many new branches. Like that 1 year, they put out like 10 projects in 1 year. Like, what are y'all doing?
My only thing about those long turnarounds is like when you know you're making a season 2, have it at least like where you could get to the point where okay, shooting could start pretty soon. Like if we want this to drop 2 years max after the first season finishes, like the 2 years max. I get it's a long production period, but if you got me waiting 5 years like Euphoria and shit, like I don't want it no more. Because even these actors are getting too old to even play the role anymore. Somebody getting too busy. Like, you can't wait too long, bro.
Word. You got the call yet? Euphoria, man. What's up?
Man, I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for Euphoria. And the homie ran into Vince the other day because they about to do season 2. Hey, Vince, you cut my scene out,
cut my
man.
scenes this time.
Hey, man, either put it back or call me back. Because, hey, when I did Vince Staples' show, bro, I lost my AirPods on set.
Oh no!
I forgot my AirPods in the pants that I was wearing, bro.
They
took my scene out, bro. But Vince has been. How can I say this? In touch.
That's hard.
I don't know what it means for the second season though. But like, hey,
it's coming, bro.
But
just stay ready.
But hey. Speaking of working actors, brother, you know what I'm saying? My boy IT, he did some stand-in work on a Netflix series coming out pretty soon.
That shit was hard.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was the Regina King joint, right?
Yeah, Forever. I don't know if you've seen any trailers or anything on it. They dropped the first trailer for that.
I'll send it to you.
The basketball work for the main actor. Did some stunt work. Did some stand-in work. So that was dope. Like,
what you need to do is you need to
like that was
he went to Boston.
That was a great experience, bro. So I'm excited for that.
What you need to do is you need to shave and get the haircut so you can do stand-ins for the last season of Bel-Air. That's what you need to do.
Everybody always say I look like bro, and I'm like, bro, stop.
You can't.
I would have loved to get that role. Well, huh?
You really hoop?
Yeah, I
can hoop. Yeah. He's being modest, but he can hoop.
Ask you about me.
Nick hoops too. Nick been asking me to hoop for a minute. I just never had to.
He cool. He just can't guard me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Stop it.
I'm good, like acting like I can hoop, but I love hooping so much. But
yeah,
I literally
for me, it's like a hobby. Like I love
absolutely.
it.
Keeps your mind clear.
Stories, bro. I was like, look, went to my band teacher. I was like, can I please audition for the basketball team? And then he was like, Nick, no, go sit down.
What?
I was like. Went to my friend, I was like, bro, why he didn't let me audition? He's like, Nick, it's called try out. That's how bad I wanted to be a baller, bro. But now I just 2K it. So.
You say you 2K it? You be on 2K?
That's it.
Hey, that made me think about. I saw Sterling K. Brown said he was playing football in high school or college, one of the two. But when he started acting, he did a play, and he was telling them, "Man, when is halftime? You mean intermission? Man, it's a break, so it's halftime."
Bro, that's how I would be if I did any of that. Because I'm like, bro, I don't know the terms or nothing.
Hey.
I want to audition for basketball.
I want to audition for basketball. This ain't High School Musical.
you Troy Bolton. You don't go out there and try out.
Absolutely. Hey, Nick, have you seen what's the documentary called that we was talking about? IC? Yeah, number one on the call sheet. Have you seen that yet?
It's been on the TL, but I definitely need
You gotta watch, man. IT, bro. I just want your quick thoughts on the documentary, bro, because you watched part 1 already.
Yeah. Well, I gotta watch.
You didn't watch it either, man.
I gotta watch the B side, the women's side. I didn't get a chance to yet. But
I'm gonna tell you what's dope about part 1 and part 2. Like the biggest difference is part 1 has a specific tone because Reginald Hudlin directed it. But the second part, I forgot the lady's name, but they switched from a male director to the woman director to like, okay, now we're telling a woman's story from the woman perspective.
See, I can't wait to see their perspective on it, bro. Like,
oh my bro, it's a lot different.
I know. It's
bro. I wish you would have saw it so we could really go in depth about it.
Like my thoughts on it, bro. It's just like inspiring, and it's like just seeing where the older generations, the stuff that they had to deal with to get to where the actors of this generation, like all the stuff that they got now, the older generation had to deal with it just to get them to this point, like where they, like there's not as difficult as it used to be, and people have more. We got social media now. We have all these different outlets. People are creating
a million streamers.
Yeah, a million streamers. We got everything. Like the world is at our literally the palm of our hands now. And back then it wasn't. So I don't know. Eddie's part was inspired. It's just everybody, bro. It was fire.
I gotta watch
Bro.
it because I definitely. I mean, I feel
Bro,
that's a way of
inspire you as a creator for real.
Bro, Nick, I'm telling you, I took 2 pages worth of notes watching the first part, and I took more doing the second part. But the first part talked more about the journey. Second part talked more about like the behind the scenes politics, right? But when you brought up Eddie just now, bro, Eddie's my GOAT. Like he always has been. But what I didn't realize is that he was not just an alien. I didn't realize there were no other aliens.
Bro, that's what I was saying. That was crazy.
When it's like everybody else is like, well, it took me this, I did this, and it finally worked. This mug said, I'm gonna be famous by the time I'm 21. He was 19, and when he turned 21, 48 Hours came out. I'm like, oh man, that's just a God-given talent, bro. And he worked hard too. But some people like Michael Jordan or something, they're just born different. Eddie Murphy's born different, bro.
People that's like, it's like a player from the 70s trying to coach LeBron and say, you got to play basketball this way and everything. Like, nah, I don't have to do that. You know, it's different nowadays, whatever. That's basically what Eddie, like, I think it was what, Richard Pryor? Who was it?
Because like you said, which one?
Who was it that tried to tell him, you need to stop that cussing and you need to do this?
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, okay, that's what he said. Bill Cosby said that?
Bill Cosby, well, did he say that there? I don't know if he said it there, but Bill Cosby has told everybody to stop all that cussing. Bill Cosby was a hater,
trying to tell him to, like, calm it down a little bit, and he's like, nah.
Bill Cosby is the Charles Barkley of stand-up comedy. Like, he had his prime, he had a great era, but now all he does is hate the new people. That's all. And Shaq, that's all he do, bro. None of the new comedians like Bill Cosby. When he went down, they celebrated. And I hate to say it, but
like the modern comedians, like with the Drewski, the Desi Banks, like they don't even eat. It's a different world, like you said. Social media,
different world. It's a much different world. Now, what I will say is, I think stand-up comedy as a whole is a skill that's being lost, because I still personally think, I haven't done it at this point. I've thought about it for a long time, but I believe it's the hardest thing you can do.
Scary.
Getting up in front of them people with a bright ass, like, because you did a showcase too to get signed, right? When I did my showcase, bro, I was like 17 or 18 almost. I got on that stage, that light, boom, dog. I did the Will Smith, how come he don't want me? I did that monologue.
Oh, nice.
I was halfway through it. I forgot the words. because the light, bro. And when I picked it back up, I killed it. And I told my dad was there. I said, bro, I forgot the word. He said, we couldn't tell. It looked like it was just a dramatic pause, and you ramped it up after. I said, cool.
That's hard.
But now imagine doing that, and you got to make people laugh.
I think that's just.
I be taking from pastors, man. Like my pastor be cracking jokes. I'm like, this is his stand up.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's it. Because Jamie came up in the church too.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
And it's just like, with being a comedian, like, you have to have timing, you have to have the voice, you have to have the jokes, you got to, like, it's just so much with that
relatability, because your joke will work at this club, but it won't work at this club because they not feeling you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I like some comedians, they're only good with black audiences. Some comedians are only good with white audiences. If you can't do both, I don't know what to tell you. Like, people hate on Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart just knows how to make the world laugh. Oh, he's not funny. Look, is Kevin Hart as crazy as he was before? No, he's rich because he got a different perspective. But the man, you give him 5 minutes. He just did that Tiny Desk last night, and I was crying.
That joke was good, bro.
Bro, when he do the stream with Kai and Drewski, I'm crying. He's naturally funny.
And you see, like, he's like that last. He's like one of the last Def Jam, I think, legends or whatever. And the way he's read Drewski, I think, like, one of their first interactions, he was like, what's stopping you from doing stand-up or something like that? And Drewski was kind of just like, yeah. And you almost could sense, like, just the different worlds. Like, Drewski probably stand-up is like a way of passage and a way for the old heads. But, you don't even need to do it, bro. There's a separation too. A lot, like, Kev is not a hater. Kev has never been a hater, so he's not going to dump on the new, like, funny people, right?
But there are some old school comedians that's gonna be like, y'all not no real comedians. I gotta stand on this stage for an hour. All you gotta do is make a 30-second video, which is true. It's a huge difference in skill. But hey, old head comedian, you probably can't step in this lane and make a TikTok video. You can't step in this. No, I'm telling you, bro. Some dudes can, like Kevin Hart can.
I think if you gave Eddie, like you taught Eddie how to do it.
But
like,
no, Eddie's not a hater though. I'm talking about the haters.
I feel you. But like,
Eddie came from SNL. He can do anything you want to do.
But like
the Wayans can do that. Yes.
I think I get their point of view on it though. It's like you want to be able to do that lane. Like you don't even have to. This don't have to be a consistent thing, but you do need to get on that stage just to prove.
At least try it.
I got that versatility. I can do it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I really do think most comedians could go and transfer over to social media to start doing skits, and it'll be fucking hilarious.
It's a whole different skill.
Why do I need to do it if I'm already making this much money not doing it?
I feel
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think there's a separation where these guys think, hey, we're better than you because we stand on stage. These guys are like, well, why would I go on stage when I've made quick money? Because these dudes who are doing like getting like millions of followers on social media, they're making money quick. Why would I do this struggle? Because in stand up, you got to start in fucking hole in the wall clubs. Yeah. Kevin Hart was telling jokes at strip clubs and had a buffalo wing through in his face. Like, why would I do that? Like,
what was the name of the strip club spot? I forgot. He told me.
What was it called?
Bro.
Back when he was called Little Kev the Bastard. I forgot what the name of the club was, man. I forgot.
I knew the name of it, bro. That shit's.
I gotta watch the old stuff right here.
But nah, don't want to boss you, bro. When they brought up how Will changed the game on making, because black people's movies were seen as like they wouldn't transfer globally. And then Will changed that, flipped the whole script on that. It was like, no, they sell globally. They'll go global. And it just changed the whole wave. Like, I don't know. It was beautiful.
Will is mine. He's my goat too, bro. Like, my mom is obsessed with Denzel, and I respect Denzel.
That's what I'm saying.
Will Smith, bro. Will Smith is
That's that what guy. I'm saying. Like, Denzel, I will never like shit on Denzel, but like, I would just for the sport of it, I'll say Will.
Yes.
I would say Will is better for the sport of it, but like honestly, I can never shit on Denzel because Denzel is like he's fucking powerful. I don't know. He played.
Will said the best stuff. He's like, I'll never be as good as Denzel, but and then he named another actor. He was like, I want to be.
I know the exact speech you're talking about.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He basically touched on that in the first on the call sheet. He talked about that too. Yeah. How basically Eddie was his model. He said, I need to follow that because he did the stand up in SNL. I did the music in sitcom. I can kind of do the same thing as far as turn it into blockbusters because Eddie was the first black box office guy, but Will took it to another level. It was kind of like how Kevin Hart has taken stand-up comedy to a whole nother level. That's what Will did for black movies. And not even just black movies, because one thing about Will did a bunch of roles that any race can play. And that's kind of the ticket. Like, Mike Lowry was originally white.
Yeah.
It would have been bad. Mm-hmm. but Independence Day, Men in Black, and Hitch, and, for all intents and purposes, Wild Wild West, all of the movies that he did, Legend, iRobot, none of those guys had to be black.
Except Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness was a true story. Ali was a true story. King Richard, bro, and even those movies, bro. The fact that he can go make Hitch and then make King Richard.
Range, bro. Range.
The catalog, bro. Didn't even know.
I don't know if anybody other than maybe Sam has a resume comparable to Will Smith.
This is what I'm thinking about Jonathan Majors, bro. Because let's talk about like the guys right above us, right?
Yeah.
The Majors, and I don't even want to
Majors
will be.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I feel like he's a little above.
I've been watching Michael since I was a kid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think Majors has more range. Personally, I think he does.
I think Michael B definitely has like the same charisma that Will can exude, but I don't think I need to see more chops.
I want to see you be funny. I've never seen Michael really be funny.
He was funny in that movie with what's his name?
The awkward moment.
Huh? Yeah, the awkward moment.
Yeah, awkward moment. That's funny.
That's funny.
That was a funny movie. Yes. But Will would hit you with a comedy and a drama in the same damn year, and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like,
I feel like I just need that from Michael B. Like I need you in more stuff. Like
now, hey, I'm excited for Sinners.
Oh yeah,
me too. I wasn't at first, but it grew on me.
Mm-hmm.
The minute I saw Ryan Coogler, I was like, we straight. Ryan don't miss. But seeing Michael, like when I first saw that first trailer of Michael's Southern accent, I was nervous. But now I'm hearing it more, and I'm like, oh, it's not bad.
That's my theory with Ryan. I feel like he had to throw his name in the hat for like a Blade film, and Marvel said nah. So he took Michael B and made his own.
That probably makes sense.
Hey, we'll take you, but you gotta leave that nigga at home. That's what happened. Yo,
you know what he should have got Mahershala in it. Said, "Fuck them, come on, me."
Ryan, you know Ryan wanted to do Coming to America, the second one. He wanted to do the sequel, and he wanted the son to be Michael B. Jordan. And when he pitched it, it was pitched among the idea of Michael being the star of the movie. And Eddie was kind of like, "Well, it's still Prince Hakeem." You know what I'm saying? Like we can't do that. So I feel you. I mean, I heard they approached Jordan Peele for Blade and X-Men, and he turned both of them down. Jordan Peele would kill a Blade movie.
Yeah, I think he'll kill an X-Men movie.
I think he would too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's such a toss-up. Like, what director you'd rather work with, like Coogler or Peele? Who you got?
Ooh,
it would depend on the genre of the movie for me personally.
Yeah.
Like if it was like a horror film, I'd definitely have to go with Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
One thing I said about Jordan Peele.
Go with Coogler. I feel like
so
I can relate to him.
I'm gonna try to put this as simple as possible. Ryan Coogler gets you box office, right?
You don't think Peele does though?
Jordan Peele gets you hardware and Oscar nominations. Now Ryan got an Oscar nomination with Angela Bassett, but Ryan Coogler has gotten my boy Kaluuya 2 Oscar nominations.
Yeah.
And I mean I'm sorry. Peele has gotten Daniel Kaluuya about two Oscar nominations. Now I think they're both phenomenal though. Like I wouldn't turn either of them down.
Get Out.
He won for Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
Now Jordan didn't direct that, but he was the producer on that movie.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what. I wouldn't turn either one of them down.
I might have to pick Jordan Peele. I ain't gonna lie.
It depends on what you want to do.
Now that I'm thinking about it, but just in general, because I like the way he always has like a good twist in his movies. So I feel like that's something like I would want, like a real good twist. You feel me?
You never know where Jordan's going to go.
Yeah, now, like he'll throw you for a loop.
Now, if Sinners hit the way I think it's gonna hit, it's gonna change Ryan Coogler's life even more, because what I just said about the box office and everything, right? I think Sinners has the chance, even though all of his movies are critically acclaimed. Like we're not going to shit on Fruitvale Station. That movie,
bro.
When I first watched that movie, I sat quiet for 30 minutes after.
I just can't get myself to watch that movie again because it was that fucking good. And it made me.
There's two movies. There's two movies that when I first watched it, I couldn't say anything. Actually, there's 3 of them. I'm sorry. I was just speechless for an hour. 12 Years a Slave. I can't go back to that movie, bro. It was so dark, but so amazing acting wise. I think Lupita won an Oscar for that. The other one was what we were just talking about, Fruitvale Station, and the other one was Nate Parker made a movie called American Skin, where the police killed his son, and he held court by holding the entire the police station hostage, like John Q, and he held the cops on trial. Ghost in that movie. He had cancer. It was a good movie, bro.
Damn.
I was like, shit. Nate Parker was one of them ones, and they got rid of him, bro. Like, bro, Nate Parker was a killer. That's why,
one of my favorite movies is Beyond the Lights, I think.
Beyond the Lights is fire. Beyond the Lights. Nate did The Great Debaters. Like, Nate had movies.
Oh, Nate's a great actor.
Yeah, Nate was Jonathan Majors before Jonathan Majors. If you think about it, all of his roles are the movies that Jonathan's getting now, right? And Jonathan, speaking of Sinners, Jonathan would have bodied Sinners.
You think that role? You think the twin was supposed to be Majors?
I definitely think so. I
feel like a lot of people say so.
I think Majors. I think Jordan wanted to be that duo with Majors for him. He wanted to have fun with him.
Absolutely.
Like
They were supposed to be on that, bro. I mean, it still can happen, but
now because Creed 3 was a major success, right? And Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors have a good relationship now, and to a point to where when Michael got his star, Jonathan Majors was one of the presenters. That tell you how much you know how many people Michael knows in the industry that could have came and stood up for him.
They just clicked, bro.
You call Jonathan Majors, bro. He could have been in Sinners, bro. And I think Ryan was on some like, well, I don't really have time to push this production back, so we just gon', you know what I'm saying, do what we do with it. Hey, bro, if they don't hate on Magazine Dreams, my boy is getting an Oscar nomination. Do not hate on it, bro. Please, like,
crazy.
Feel
bro.
how you feel about everything or whatever, and I get it. If y'all want to just pun it, bro, whatever. But since y'all let the movie come out, judge it fairly. That's all I ask. And what I was going to say to you, Nick, was as black actors, bro, we carry a responsibility to, bro, try to stay as clean as possible in these streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because what'll happen is, whether we mess up and we deserve it, or if something we just in the wrong place at the wrong time, bro, they gonna look and say, "There's another one. There's another one." Columbus Short, they got his ass out of there. Columbus Short was on Scandal, and he was having to run. So just, hey, bro, my words to you, just be as careful as possible. Now, I do have a couple more questions before we wrap you up, bro. So we talked about streaming services, right? And you brought up one of them days. It's already on Netflix. It just came out 2 months ago. It's already on Netflix, right? So we had a conversation. Which was it? Matt Damon, IT?
Yeah.
That said
Damon.
it.
Yep.
Matt Damon said something along the lines of the reason why we don't get the quality movies that we had in the 90s and the 2000s, like the mid-level budget movies, like the lottery tickets, right? Drumline and stuff like that. The reason why we don't get those kind of movies anymore is because the studio is not going to put money into it just to put it in the movie theater, and it's on streaming in 2 months. Movie theater in the studio made no money. What do you think about that? Do you think like that's probably the cause of what's happening? Because we know when you go to the movie theater, it's Marvel, it's horror movies, and then it might be a couple no-name movies nobody's ever heard of.
I feel like I'm still trying to educate myself on it, even with just now having my film in that circle of what we're trying to push for. And we're trying to see, like, what I've noticed is movies do have those opportunities to have like that 2-week run in the theater. Not a lot of people know about it because like it takes money to market everything. Like all the bigger movies, like they gonna throw a couple million and market it and be like in theaters now, but it be times I go to the theater and I'm like, dang, that's playing. Like I didn't even see it for it. And I think now it is that gamble of having like that agent to pitch your film or like whatever. Like it's just if it's not connected to a huge studio like Marvel or Sony or Warner Brothers or whatever, like is it worth putting on streaming, or is this audience gonna receive it better in the theater? And
that's what's tricky. Because I see a lot of movies. I see a lot of movies on streaming. Oh no, that's a good question because it's like it's just tricky. There's no number one answer on why everything is happening, but the truth is, marketing has died. That's true. There's a lot of movies I see. Like I'll see a trailer for it on Instagram or YouTube. I'll never see it on TV. I'll never see any billboards. And then it comes out and it goes away, and I'm like, oh shit, that came out.
And I think that's more of an issue with the people who's pushing it. Like they're not selling what they're pushing. Like there's certain things that I say that was well marketed, but there's other things that I'm like, I feel like they didn't believe in this in the first place. So it's just like it's coming out, but I don't want to really say nothing because I know it's not good.
It's like Nick said.
I don't know, bro. Like I was like really studying the Oscar films, right? And I found out that they spent more money on Anora marketing than the budget of the film. Yeah. And it's like some films don't have that connects. True. Don't have those type of connects to like market their movie bigger. And I think if we had $10 million, well, the Cotton Candy Bubblegum trailer should be on TV. Yeah. And I think like, man, when you going up against these big names, like if Leo got a movie in theaters, or now like Brad Pitt, like I don't know, I think it's harder to find that funding.
You made a good point because last year I told the boys that one of my favorite movies of last year was American Fiction. Majority of people I bring that movie up to have never seen it, never even heard of it. That movie got Jeffrey Wright and Sterling K. Brown, and and Tracy Ellis Ross and Issa Rae and Erica
That's
Alexander,
amazing.
Leslie Uggams. Like, it's a cast.
And he
Nobody
won
ever heard of it.
adapted screenplay for that, right? That was 2 years
Yes.
ago.
Yes, yeah, you're right. It came out in 23, but it had the 24 award run. But they didn't have any money, bro. Limited screenings. When I was trying to go see the movie, it was hard to find it in theaters. You know what I'm saying?
They got some
And
big names on there.
they got some big names, huge names.
Yeah.
That is actors with money. And I ain't trying to check Jeffrey Wright pockets or
Right.
But ain't no telling like how much.
You're saying them as the people
They
could have
should push it more.
chipped in a little bit.
But it's also
Because
like
I do see a lot of movies where the actors are producers now. That's a real thing now.
yeah.
Like on one of them days, Keke Palmer got her ass in there and produced Issa Rae. You know what I'm saying? They did a great job of marketing.
Yeah.
On a low budget movie, they marketed really well. Another movie I auditioned for and was this close to getting when I auditioned for it, bro. It was called The Jungles. They didn't have any named actors yet. It was just said produced by Keke Palmer and Issa Rae. So I was like, ooh, what's that about? So yeah, but they promoted that movie. Marketing was good there. Sinners, I don't know the Sinners budget. I'm pretty sure it's not 100 million, I doubt, but it's probably like a nice size budget. It's not 10 million. It's a little bit higher than that.
Everywhere though, it's all in a tier.
They're marketing the shit out of that movie, bro. There's no way that movie flops.
It's just I know you can go. Sorry.
I was gonna say with TikTok, that probably would be the sneak attack way to, like, all you gotta do is add a caption like, "Have y'all seen this?" or like this scene.
Yeah.
I would use those type of formulas with just like.
That's a fact.
Because I didn't went down rabbit holes of shows just off seeing one scene on
Yeah.
TikTok. I'm like, oh
That's
shit,
what
I
I'm
gotta
saying.
find
I
this
just started
motherfucker. Hold on,
watching
this,
them.
this shit was too good. I didn't watch 7 seasons already.
Hidden gems on there.
And I go and
Man.
find it. That's what
That's
I'm
a fact.
saying.
I got a list full of shows and movies just based on what I saw on social media. That's a fact.
Yeah, nah.
Will Smith mentioned that too in the $1 Million Worth of Game interview. He said that he felt with social media, a lot of actors who were not getting involved with social media was kind of fading away, which is why he himself has become a social media mastermind. He said he disappeared from social media. He studied it. That one thing about Will Smith, bro, whatever he wants to do, he learns everything about it, bro. He's like, bro, he don't mess around with his craft.
Like he reads
bro.
That's how you stay relevant. Like he knows how to adapt to
and even with the music, bro. He said he called Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar and said, "What should I do?" You went to the top. You didn't ask Jaden what to do. No shade on Jaden, but you went to the top and said, "Hey, bro, I'm trying to get back in. What's up?"
Y'all not Team Drake.
Having them connections. You said what?
Y'all not Team Drake.
I like Drake.
Music,
I like Drake, but I am.
I'm from the city.
But at the end of the day, bro, bitch, I'm from the land. Don't say you hate that land. You don't travel past the 10.
You know, I love Drake though. I listen to the new album and everything.
Drake makes great music, man. But on a personal level, when
like
Good
Drake
Kid, Mad City
really
came out, we were in the 9th grade and living the life of that album, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So it was like it's a personal connection. So back to the Will Smith point, right? Do you think that? How can I phrase this? Because Anthony Mackie also said the movie star is dying. Nobody goes to the movies to look for an actor anymore, like how it used to be Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone or Will Smith. We're going to see him. We don't care what the movie is. I'm going to see Will. That was a thing. Now he says he don't think that's a thing anymore. And Will Smith kind of stamped it by saying allowing people to see the process of the artist and the movie development helps people want to go see it more, like how Kevin Hart does behind the scenes and with The Rock, them videos and kind of stuff. He's saying basically you need to do those kind of things to really make sure your project pops. Hope I didn't confuse.
No, I get exactly.
I respect that what Will was doing with Bad Boys and showing like the POV cam and shit.
Oh, that was hard.
Oh, that was great marketing. That was because that made me want to say. I was like, oh, I need to see that scene. I want to see exactly what
just
scene
for that
was.
scene.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
marketing.
bro.
I think
You gotta have a presence.
Will is just different when it comes to marketing movies and music, just everything. Like he has that different type of mind. Like I think that's what people need to start adapting, and I think that is kind of the wave. You bring people in and you make them feel a part of the set or whatever, like part of that movie. Maybe they will go see it or something like that. I think that would probably make me go see a movie. That I
was going to see Bad Boys anyway, but if I had no idea who Will Smith was, I would have saw that video and said, "What is that?" I'm going to see that just to see how it came out.
Yeah.
And the scene in the movie came out crazy. And you knew exactly what it was when it happened, bro. He turned in the gun, bro. That means he went to combat training too.
Yeah.
Bro, come on, bro. Who's more dedicated than that man, bro? Look, because y'all talked about Will Smith and Denzel earlier, right? I think what it is about Denzel and Will Smith, the biggest difference. Will Smith has actively said, I care about being number one. All I care about is being number one in the box office, on the Billboard charts. I want to have number one spot. Denzel hasn't always taken blockbuster movies. I mean, outside of the last one, the Gladiator and the Equalizer series, when has Denzel pursued blockbusters? And I think what it is with Denzel is in his movies.
3, he's supposed to be.
Hey, I want to see it. I just don't want him to be Wakandan. Don't make Denzel's not an accent dude, bro. I heard one Denzel accent and I said never again.
Don't make him Wakandan.
Never again.
Never again. He whatever he want, bro. He gonna be straight Denzel.
Oh yeah. He goes like Black Panther ain't got on me. Yeah. I'm taking all of y'all.
Oh y'all Wakandan.
But with him, but with Denzel is a few actors have said, like you mentioned, Nick, you don't even like really think about Denzel, and I don't think it's a slight. It's more like a bro. Denzel makes it look so easy. Bro, I look at Denzel and I'm like, I can't do that.
He's just so like powerful with it. Like it's like I don't know.
It's so easy. It's so Denzel. Whereas like you can't really mimic Denzel because you can see when the actor's mimicking Denzel. All the effing UK actors are mimicking Denzel, bro. Some of them are great. Like Daniel Kaluuya is phenomenal. He's not mimicking Denzel, but you know who you are. Mimicking Denzel, man. Mimic yourself.
It took me to realize that was his son. I didn't realize that.
Who, John?
Yeah,
David?
I did not realize that was his son.
Oh, he's a beast too.
You close your eyes and you just hear the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now I'm like, bro, how did I?
Before I knew, I didn't think that way.
Yeah.
But once I found, because I watched him on Ballers, and I thought he was a dope character, and I was trying to get on Ballers, and it was like, well, there's Ballers really nothing for a teenager. Like I was like 18. Like what am I going to do on Ballers, right? But it was like I found a rookie. That was it. That was a 12-year-old. There was one episode when it was a kid that Ricky Jarrett punched in the face. I would have played that role gladly, but he was a rich white kid, so hey, it is what it is. But Denzel won something. I think Fences won an award or something, and he was on stage. That was
a first.
It was a play. I got all the August Wilson plays right in front of me, bro. I have every August Wilson play.
That's the top 3. That's the top 3.
We read that in high school or something.
Well, it's a play. It's a play, yeah. Shit.
But that was a good movie.
August Wilson. I got all the plays, bro. Because they did a Netflix series where all the kids were performing August Wilson plays for a competition, and all the kids that performed in the competition went home with the full collection. So what I did was, I was like, I need those. And shit, my dad surprised me. He bought me the whole August Wilson collection, and they've been with me the whole time. Because they making all of the movies in the books. They're making all the plays into movies. They've done like 3. They've done Ma Rainey, Fences, and they just did Piano Lesson. So there's like 5 more. So hey, prepare because they're coming. I forgot where I was even going. Oh yeah, that's how I found out John David. I found out John David was his son because he was on stage when Fences won an award. And I said, why he there? Why Ricky Jarrett there? And ever since then, now, bro, did y'all see Piano Lesson?
I don't think so.
It's on Netflix. It's John. Get out of here! Thumbs up. It's John David. It's Samuel L. Jackson, Corey Hawkins, Danielle Deadweiler. Bro, that's Denzel's son.
They had a nomination for that, John.
Yes, I think so. They got nominated for best film.
The actress did. The black girl.
Last movie I seen him in was
she's great. That was the pandemic movie that they shot like in 2 weeks.
Malcolm and
Marie or something like that. Yeah, and they just argued for 2 hours. It was the bougie baby boy.
That was a movie.
Baby Boy in the Hills. It was great acting, but the movie was like, all right, I'm not watching this again. It's
facts.
2 hours of just yelling.
One argument.
Yeah, but in Piano Lesson, that was Denzel, bro. I was like, damn, bro. He killed that. You know what I'm saying? But overall, bro, I do think but then again, most people didn't even know about that because it's just, I don't know.
You know what it is too? I feel like it's because a lot of these streaming services can compete with the big budget movies now. So it's kind of like, do I want to go in the theater and watch this when I could watch something of the same quality on Netflix? You feel me? Because I think I just seen something where Netflix is making Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 2.
Oh, what?
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I mean it's April Fool's. Now that I think about it, that could be a lie. Now that I just thought about that.
Happy April Fools, everybody!
Oh my god, you seen that today?
Yeah, I just realized I seen it. And I'm like, let me not believe nothing.
Hey,
I think
real talk.
But they make big budget films. You know what I mean? Like they do like the $100 million films and shit.
I think a big thing about it is like getting people.
Red One.
Oh my god, hell no.
Oh, money laundering.
I think a big thing is just getting people to want to experience it in the theaters. Like, just find a way. Like Marvel, I would never want to experience any of those movies outside of the theater. I don't care how
the
shit
first
it
time,
is.
No.
Yeah, like I need to go to the theaters to experience it for the first time. For like other,
they had some big.
You know what it is? Theaters are not as fun as they.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
like when we were younger, theaters were like a better experience as a whole. Like
because we had Magic Johnson paintings on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we had Magic Johnson shit.
And we had better movies. Better bro.
Movies.
Every week there was a movie coming out that we wanted to see.
But can you say that you go in theaters to see every movie? Even like we've had some fire movies that's came out in theaters, and I'll be the first to say I haven't went and seen them in theaters. Like I've seen them on Netflix and stuff like that. And I'm
like the past couple of years, I'm like I want to be tapped in with what's nominated. So I definitely was in that mix for the bigger, like I know Oscar worthies for sure.
But shit,
I'll go and like I'll randomly go sometimes and try to watch film. Like I seen Saturday Night in theater. Yeah. But
did you?
It's like
sometimes it feels like an inconvenience though.
It does, yeah, because you
especially when you're like it'll be on streaming services pretty soon. But I think everybody just has to get in a mindset where like we're supporting this person. So I think what you said, going back to what Will did, making you feel a part of it. If I feel like I'm connected to this person, I want to support them. I'm like I gotta support them. I gotta put money toward this movie. I want to help it be successful. I think that's like you gotta appeal to the people. I think that's the best way to go about it now.
That's a fact. If it's a movie that I see and I'm like I really want to support that movie, like I really wanted to support One of Them Days. I wanted to go see that.
Yeah.
I wanted to support Bad Boys. I wanted to go see that. I wanted. So when I went to go see Barbie and Oppenheimer, it wasn't even like a support thing. It was more like the moment was so big. Yeah. I wanted to be a part of history, bro. Like the Barbenheimer, bro. Moments like that used to happen every year.
I feel like that should be added too. Like somebody dropping movies at the same time. Let's have a competition. We're dropping the same weekend. Who's gonna do more numbers? Who's gonna be rated higher?
We got July, bro. We got Fantastic Four and Superman.
Kind of like that, but if they're not dropping the same week,
it's not the same day though.
That's what I'm saying.
They ducking.
Maybe going to that. Maybe turn it into like rap beef. Like let's have our movie drop the same. Maybe that'll add something, and people on social media, directors, actors.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Me too. I think Fantastic Four is going to be better.
Just trying to brainstorm things, and I also feel like these streaming services need to break bread because we don't have the DVD sales anymore. Like I don't really know who buys DVDs nowadays. I don't. But
that's costing the studio money.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta find a way to compensate them.
There's no physical products anymore. So
music and movies is the same thing.
I feel like
no DVDs, no CDs. So people losing money.
Before letting Netflix put the movie on there, you have to make up for this income that we're not getting. I don't know if that's the route to go. I don't know if you can.
So Nick, I have a question for you, bro. Do you think the Oscar movies of this year not really being big movies hurt like the movie theater experience of the past like 6 to 12 months? I know it's already been declining, but like the year before that I mentioned, Barbie and Oppenheimer were phenomenons. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro. I feel like it was just as big. The only thing was we didn't have an Oppenheimer. We had like a couple more biopics that was in the mix with like Unknown and I did not watch The Brutalist. That's probably like a bad boy.
But no, it's not bad, bro. The Brutalist is so long. The screenings had intermissions.
I'm cool with long movies though. Like I'm tapped in with that. But
I gotta be in the mood to see it, bro. Yeah. I gotta be ready.
would put Wicked on that same level as Barbie.
Oh, you know what? Wicked was up there. I forgot about Wicked. Yes.
Was that this year?
Wicked 2 is dropping in November.
That was last year. That was last year.
Wicked was a moment, bro.
Wicked 2 is dropping in November.
For real?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Also, here's another thing. Actually, I didn't even think about this. A lot of blockbusters now are actually underperforming, whether if it's because the quality of the movie, they're not bringing the interest. Like, for instance, everybody thought Color Purple was going to go stupid, and they didn't make any money back. Red One had a $200 million budget. I had no idea where the money went. They didn't make any money.
The whole cast.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Then Mufasa. I don't think Mufasa did great. It did okay, but for Lion King purposes, I just think COVID definitely impacted the movie experience because people are like, I don't really want to be in them tight rooms. But also, bro, I want to be a part of the solution, bro, because I don't want the movie theaters to die, bro. Because growing up, the way I would go to a movie theater, like I vividly remember going to see Tobey's first Spider-Man movie. That was like 2002 or something. I was 3 or 4, but I remember going out the theater and putting on my Spider-Man costume and jumping off of furniture.
Yeah, I went to go see I saw Daredevil, Ben Affleck in the theater.
I didn't see that one in theaters.
I saw that in theaters.
Yeah, I saw Bad Boys 2 in theaters. Like it's a huge part of the community to where it's like, dang, bro, that's the experience. Like I like watching movies at home. I like watching shows at home, but it's like sometimes it's hard to keep your attention on the movie at home because you got your phone, you got people, and it's like I like blacked out. Big ass screen, whatever snack of your choice, a drink this big, and we chilling. Yeah. It allows you to go away and be in the world. Yeah. It allows you to leave your reality.
Because I really put my phone on Do Not Disturb and I don't touch it the whole movie. Like I can.
Bro, that's why I actually wanted to start acting in the first place, bro. Because I caught myself. I will go see a movie, and now I'm talking and walking like the main character in the movie. The mannerisms and the speech patterns in the phrase, and you know this, man. That was me, bro. I did all of that shit, bro. Like, and I know Nick can relate to that. I know everybody can relate to that with his soul.
Black Panther, bro. I've seen Black Panther like 8 times. Every time
Me
I
too.
came out the movies feeling like doing, the whole thing, bro. Just
Black Panther changed my life, bro. I'm not even exaggerating, bro.
I went to a high yoga class with my girl the day after Magazine Dreams, and I was so tired. But I was thinking about Jonathan Majors.
Yes.
And even though he was on steroids, I still was like, I can do it.
You still push. I took the good things from that character. Even though he was a psychotic lunatic who wasn't all the way there, his values of I have to accomplish this goal. I respect that.
That's how I get back up. It's the best comeback movie, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel you. Movies like that, bro, it makes you want to go harder. When I watched Black Panther, I watched it a bunch of times and I studied Black Panther, bro. And it made me really want to get it back closer in tune with the craft because of the fact it was the first time I saw a 98% cast of black people do that. Black director, black producer. And then it made me write a superhero, which I'm going to get back into developing. I wrote like 3 drafts of a full superhero movie script, and each one is fire, bro. Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, Black Panther did that, and that's what we need more of, bro, because when we see representation, people are like, oh, man, it's not about race. It's not even a race thing. It's more like
it's a relatability thing.
When I see you, do I see myself? Do I see my father? Do I see my cousins, my brothers, my sisters? Yeah, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? When I watch Kevin Hart, bro, I'm like, oh shit.
You want to relate to
that? That boy is 5'4". What Lawrence Fishburne say? He's a little man, but he went toe to toe with The Rock. That's big.
He said he was bro.
Lawrence Fishburne is a GOAT, bro.
As a creative, that's gonna inspire you.
Seeing Lawrence Fishburne in this documentary made me respect him more. I always loved him as an actor, but the fact that the way he gave everybody love, that's what it's about too, Nick. I don't know if you feel the same way, bro. I care about my peers' opinion more than I care about the world's opinion. You know what I'm saying? We all dream about winning an Oscar, but if I win that SAG award, because those are the people I'm fans of.
Yeah.
Like, bro, have you voted for SAG yet? Like SAG awards and stuff like that? So, I voted the year Angela Bassett was up for the Wakanda Forever. 'Cause I remember voting that year. And they send you all the stuff or whatever, right? And it's the coolest thing. They send you the DVDs. I ain't had shit to play it on, so I had to go find it online and watch the movies. But then they send you like the link to vote. You have to vote by a certain date. That shit is so cool to me. I'm small fish, and the fact that I still have the ability to voice my things.
Awesome.
When we went on strike, we can go out there and vote on this stuff, so it's cool, bro. And that's how I feel about the SAG Awards. Like, I won an Oscar. Everybody won. I hate when people get up there. Oh, I never dreamed of this. Yes, you did. I didn't dream of making it to the Hall of Fame. Yes, you did.
Chalamet. However you say his name, bro. I was going to be disrespectful, but I love this speech.
Chalamet!
He said,
Stop lying. Like,
I want to be one of the greats. Like, bro, I love that. Anybody that was shitting on that is just like
hating.
Yeah, that was
nobody acts. Look, bro. Nobody acts like people who really they take classes, they audition, they give blood, sweat, and tears to this. Nobody does it to just be a co-star forever. Not saying nothing's wrong with being a co-star because people live off of that. But everybody looks at Denzel and Leo and Viola and Meryl Streep and say, "That's what I want." Why not? Russell Westbrook says, "Why not?" I hate people that lie. Stop lying. Y'all all want this shit, but I really want a SAG award, bro. I want to look at Denzel and say, "Hey, man, you voted for me? Yeah, I'll audition for 2 of your movies. You ain't give it to me, but I'm here now."
Yeah, what's up?
There, see that Chris Tucker just came out. You hear that shit? So Nick, so we got a couple closers for you, man. What's your dream role co-star in the movie and director? Like if you were the producer, you're playing the role. You got a co-star and you have a director. We touched on kind of all three, but if you had to finalize it,
I'm gonna say
it could be the girl, it could be girl, it could be guy, co-star, whatever.
Is it an existing project or is it like a made-up project?
It can be either one. Like if you say, "Hey, I would see myself playing XYZ," or if you want to create your own, yeah.
Or the type of role, anything.
I definitely want. Bro, my dream is to be like in a dystopian film. Like I love Maze Runner, bro. Like Dylan O'Brien is like my guy, bro. Teen Wolf, shit. But I feel like
Teen Wolf.
It would be. I would choose like a Jordan Peele to direct me a dystopian film.
That'd be fire.
I don't know if I go Nolan or I'll probably go Jordan Peele dystopian film. Co-star or probably I want like Dylan O'Brien or Tim May or something like.
If you get Jordan or Nolan to do like a Maze Runner,
that would be like a
or like a Divergent or something.
Yeah, like any type of post-apocalyptic, like that's my stuff right there.
So, you guys said kind of earlier. I know I'm rambling, but you said earlier that Michael was like the Will Smith of his generation in a way, right? Who would be like the Denzel of this generation? I know we lost Chadwick. I think Chadwick would have been the slam dunk answer, but now that Chadwick is gone, who would y'all say is that? Or can be that? I don't know if anybody's filling that void yet, man.
Damn.
What would that age group be? Like nobody over 35?
Nobody
I don't even know if it's age. I think it's just people that isn't like that hasn't been popping for 20 years. Like we can't put somebody like that's like somebody that's been up for 15 years already. Somebody that's like probably within the last 5 years. Like let's say if you wanted to say Jonathan Majors is like the next actor to carry that torch, he would qualify, even though he's like 34, but his years aren't old. You know what I'm saying? Like even it's weird because Sterling K. Brown is like relatively new to us, but he's almost 50.
Yeah, he can't.
I was thinking about Sterling, but
so it's hard.
Damn, that's a great question.
My pick would be Majors if I can't go.
Yeah. If you had to really think,
I'm giving Michael B that like modern Will maybe. I think I would give Majors like on track to be the Zell. No, these British boys they coming, man.
Oh, you know what? I love Daniel Kaluuya, bro. Hey, fun fact about Daniel Kaluuya: I just started acting classes when Get Out was coming out, but I didn't see it the first weekend. But all I know is I was in a class full of white kids and white instructors. So by the time the next class came out after Get Out came out, The whole class was like, "Oh, you look like the guy from Get Out," and I'm like, I said, you know what? I said, hey, thank you. I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna see. Man, I saw that movie. I said, don't you ever call me that shit again? I don't trust you no more, man. I moved my seat over. I said, hold on, man. I said, don't do that shit to me no more.
You know who's a great actor? John Boyega.
John Boyega is phenomenal. John Boyega got some Denzel in him.
He got some.
Yeah, he do.
Did you see Break-In?
Yeah. And I've seen what's it called?
Break-In was John Q. Like Woman King is Fire.
He need to do more.
The full Get Out script right here.
I feel like we need more. That's crazy.
Bro, I got so many books. I got a library, bro.
I think we need
Say
more
what you want.
for sure. Lakeith is great.
Oh, I like Lakeith.
What about the Brian
Tyree?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brian Tyree Henry.
He got a new show called Dope Fiend. He got range.
Yeah, he does. The
From
fact
Atlanta
that the fact that he played Paperboy and killed it and played all the other characters he played, I'm like, he got crazy.
Yeah, he got
bro, I thought Paperboy was who he was, like just a regular ass hood dude, bro. But he's not that. He's an artist.
Artist from that, which is what makes it so crazy.
A gay person, Eternals, like he got the range, bro. Oh, you know.
Then he did.
Well, Coleman's not. Coleman's not.
Oh, Coleman Domingo. See, Coleman Domingo is one of those guys been floating around for a long time, but he's a beast.
He's like that fish, not Lawrence, Forrest Whitaker caliber.
Oh,
like,
yeah. I want Coleman to be Norman Osborn.
Like Coleman's not.
He was in the show, the little cartoon show, but I want him to be in the real
fire, bro.
Hey, Coleman as Norman Osborn would be incredible. It would just piss some people off, but y'all just gonna have to deal with it because Coleman is one of the best actors right now, bro. He's on a heater. Yeah. He's going, bro. It's only a matter of time before he gets his Oscar, and I think Joe Jackson's gonna do it for him, playing Michael's dad. I think that's gonna do it, bro.
Yeah.
Because if that movie hit the way it's supposed to, like Ray or like how Straight Outta Compton hit biopic wise, or Elvis, or even A Complete Unknown, Coleman's going to get that supporting actor. King Richard, Coleman's going to get the supporting actor.
We need a trailer, bro. We need a trailer.
See, they pushed it back. They pushed the movie back 6 months, so that scared me.
Man, I need that MJ. Didn't they say they have to rewrite the whole script or something?
So I heard that
they
were supposed to redo the third act because one of the children who had accusations against Michael, they legally cannot use his name, and somehow they shot a whole movie without knowing that.
Yeah.
Yeesh. So you got to get all these dudes back. But you guys got anything else for Nick, man?
Nah, man. Appreciate you giving us your time, bro. It's been
everybody who's made it to this point, man, follow my boy Nick. You said the Nick Darnell on all platforms. Cotton Candy Bubblegum. Hey, we gonna send the well wishes and prayers to it. I had a movie that was in the same limbo as yours. I did a movie called Summer of Violence. We did all the fucking festivals, bro. Killed it. Got awards. Got all this stuff. And still, we had to fight to get a movie theater screening. And we got like limited screenings in some places, and now it's on. It was on Amazon Prime, Tubi, and one other place. So, even no matter what happens, bro, people who are supposed to see that movie, they're going to see it, and we gonna post it and make sure they see it, bro, because I'm excited for it.
Hey, I received that, man. I received that. Because
I don't know if they changed the story from the audition, but the audition I read, I enjoyed it. So everybody, man.
Let there.
Yeah, man. So thank you again for giving us your time, bro. You're welcome anytime you want to pop in, bro. You want to work on future projects, bro. These are my producers right here, bro. Producers, writers, everything that you're going to see coming from me. These guys are the foundation of it. So y'all tap in with each other as well. So guys, this has been Nick Darnell. This is episode 21 of Attention to Detail. We got you. We got IT. I'm Cam. Peace.